What is up, guys? Welcome to a beautiful day or morning out here in Spokane, Washington. We are going to be working on the Evo today. Let me get inside the car. We're going to be doing some interior stuff, and I'm going to explain what I am about to attempt. So here's how the current interior looks, right? We got this little single DIN radio, not the best looking. By the end of this video, I'm going to attempt to have a 10.2 inch touchscreen sitting right here. Will it work? I don't know. I'm definitely going to give it a shot though. So over here we have these two wonderful packages. I know, no cool unboxing today. I already opened them up. First thing first is the radio. We're trying to put this into that. I don't know if it'll fit and if it's gonna clear all the vents and everything, but I'm sure it's how I'm gonna give it a shot. So here's the radio. We have a bunch of wiring, little bezel, more wiring, a manual. And then you guys see how this is the double DIN radio. We have a single DIN in there. Factory is a single DIN. We had to buy a double DIN dash kit. That should be everything we need, technically, to get this big ass radio in this car. Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who is supporting the movement, supporting the brand. Boston.com, first link in description box. We got hats, we got shirts, we got a bunch of merch. Go check it out. You guys already know I'm gonna have this exact radio we are attempting to throw in this Evo. Guys, we're not gonna attempt it. I'm gonna literally work on this car until that radio is in the car. I'm gonna have that radio and I'm gonna have this dash kit in the description box below. So the first thing we are gonna have to do is remove the factory radio. I've never done this before, but we are gonna figure it out together. So I'm guessing the first thing to do is remove this little DIN down here. Now I'm guessing it's supposed to be screwed in. Take that off. Next up is gonna be this radio bezel. I'm gonna guess that just pops right off. So as I'm pulling this silver radio trim off, these climate controls are coming with it. So I had to jump online. They said remove these knobs, and there's these two screws under here. Grab a Phillips head screwdriver, pop those two screws out, and that should remove the climate controls from the radio trim. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, dudes, let's pull out the radio. Screw there, same on that side as well. There should be a harness and an antenna we're gonna unplug. Pretty much anything that's connected to the backside of the radio, we don't need. So when you're putting a double DIN in Evo 8 or 9, you have to relocate the climate controls, and they are gonna go sit exactly where that little cubby was, this guy right here. So we're taking these, we're gonna somehow slide them through there, and they're gonna sit down here. I'm not sure how exactly that's gonna work, but I know that's what has to happen. You're gonna have to remove all of the wiring, the cables, all that good stuff, and then reroute the cables as well to come out down here. So I'm gonna start off by removing the wiring. Looks like there's a clip right up top right there. See one down here as well I have to disconnect, and then 2, maybe 3 cables for the climate controls themselves, and hopefully the climate control system will pop on out. We got the climate control off, and how you get these cables off, guys, here's the clip. You have to reach on underneath, and if you can decompress that clip with like a little screwdriver or something, they'll pop right off. Super simple to do once you get it figured out. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get this relocated down here, and then we can start working on the radio stuff. So I'm just gonna set it up in there, get all the cables and wiring plugged back in, then grab our new relocator, set it up in there, get this screwed onto that relocation kit, and then we can move on to the radio. Let's bang it out. So as you guys can see, when we get this climate control installed, it's hitting these metal brackets on the side. And also I'm reading online that even though it's not hitting over here, to allow this lever to move as far as it needs to go, we need to trim that side as well. So I'm just gonna grab a marker, mark exactly what I need to cut, and then try to get a Dremel or something up in there. If I can't get a Dremel up in there, I'm gonna have to remove those side brackets and trim them outside of the car. So I got both sides marked where they need to be cut. There's a quick little reference for you guys if you didn't see it on the GoPro footage. That black line right there is exactly where I am going to cut each side. I'm gonna try to do it in the car. I've seen other people been able to do it in the car, and some people have not been able to do it in the car. I'm gonna give it a shot, see what we can do. So with the help of that, we were able to get those brackets cut off in about 5 minutes. Very simple to do, honestly, guys. If you have some tools readily available at your disposal, like those two there, you can get those cut out. Not a big problem whatsoever. Now I can get this climate control in. Looks like we have more than enough space now. Perfect. So I'm gonna get these cables hooked up, the wiring hooked up, and then get this trim piece here installed on. We got all the cables and wiring hooked up. Let's grab this, get this installed, and we will be officially done with the hardest part of the installation thus far, which is the climate control relocation. There's just one last thing to do. Pull the stickers off the factory climate control surround, put them on here, and then get the knobs on. Real quick before we move on to all of that, let's go over exactly what we had to do. We had to make the cut on that side, make the cut on that side, relocate the wires below, move these cables behind the metal bracket back there. The AC climate control is screwed onto this black panel, and then this black panel is screwed onto the dash through these 2 screws up there. Let's move on to the radio installation. So the first thing is going to be to merge this harness here, which is a harness specific for the Evo 8 and Evo 9. The harness did come with the dash kit, and we are gonna have to merge that with the harness that came with the radio. So there's a whole lot more wires coming off this one than there are going into the car. I'm just gonna start connecting color to color, color on here to color on there. So green, green, green with black stripe, green with black stripe, so on and so forth. I have this little diagram here, but that's not really helping me out. So I'm gonna full sned and see what we can figure out. We got the whole harness built. There's a bunch of black wires coming off of it, and there's no black wire to connect it to. I'm gonna go plug this harness into the radio, plug the radio into the car, and see if we have power to the radio. If not, we gotta figure out what those black wires are for and where to connect them. I got all of the wiring connected, so I just grounded this black wire, connected it, and bolted it onto a metal bracket back there. Let's grab a key, turn it on, and see if everything works. Hey, we got power. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go pull this harness out real quick, clean it all up, probably zip tie it together, make it nice and tidy. We can get the radio in, get the brackets installed, and finish up, see how it looks. The next thing to do is remove the OEM radio brackets off the single DIN, put it on this double DIN, put the double DIN into the car, and see if these brackets are gonna work. Really hoping they will, and hoping I do not have to modify them whatsoever. So the mounting holes on the radio that you want to use are the highest mounting holes available. This one right here, and this one way up here. Take your stock radio bracket, screw it into those top 2 holes, and we can see how well it fits. For installation purposes only, I removed the screen from the radio. Looks like a pretty damn good start if you ask me. Let's grab the bezel and see if it fits. It looks like the radio's kind of tilted back. Let's see if I can still get this bezel on. So you're still able to get the bezel on, but I want it to be like a perfect OEM fit and finish. So I'm gonna pull this bezel off, and I'm gonna slot those radio brackets just a tiny bit to angle that radio down, just so everything fits like it should. So let's pull it out. Let's see, what do I need to do? I'm gonna take this hole right here and slot it up a little bit so I can get this radio to tilt down just a tiny bit, maybe like 2 millimeters, and it should be a pretty good fit. I got both of these slotted very slightly. Let's throw them back on the radio and see if we got them slotted enough to get it to sit where we want it. We got the brackets on, we got the radio in. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Look at that, boys. Installation is going good. So I have the radio back out. The harness is officially done, all nice and tidy. We got all the connectors heat shrinked, zip tied together. The brackets are on, adjusted properly. I had to slot those holes a little bit, as you guys saw. Good to go there. The very last thing to do is to install the accessories. We have like these little USB cables. I'm not going to be using that. I'll be running Bluetooth only. We have a GPS antenna right there. I'll be connecting that. And we also have the microphone for Bluetooth speaking. So say if someone calls me, I want to talk to them over the radio, we're going to connect both of these real quick. I guess it's all kind of personal preference where you want these to run. On this car, I'm going to mount this Bluetooth mic right up here, right on my steering column. And then my GPS antenna, I'll probably throw at that very top corner. All right, guys, we got the Bluetooth mic right there. We got the GPS antenna sitting right there. Both wires ran to where the radio sits. Time to put the radio in, get the faceplate on, get the screen on, all that good stuff. Get it screwed on using these 4 screws here. And we honestly should be done, as long as everything works as it should. Yo, radio is officially in. Everything's on, everything's assembled. It's done, ready to go. Only thing I've left to do is set the time. That's it. Shall we see how she sounds? It works, guys. It freaking works. I cannot believe I actually got this thing to work in this car. That's how she looks. It's probably not gonna be a lot of your guys' style, but I love this look. I love the look of a big screen. It does stick out from the dash a little bit. I'm sure I could pull those mounts in, pull the whole radio in, but I like the whole tilt feature. You tilt it down, put your disc in, tilt it back up, you're good to go. I have this exact radio in my first. For those of you wondering, yes, it is this 100% identical radio. I have the same style radio in my Evo 10. As you guys know, I had the same screen, the 10.2 inch screen, and then I dropped down to like the 7-inch screen with the knobs on it. That's all built into the dash on that car. It looks really, really clean. But on here, here's the new look. So we got the screen in here, it looks sick. We got that new dash that we put in a while ago. We got our gauges up here. Eventually I want to do all the silver stuff in here black. But that is it, guys. That is sick. Can't believe we did it. So like I said, I have this radio in a few different cars. I know the way around it pretty good, so I don't really need to explore much. It has radio, has GPS, it has Bluetooth, you can play DVDs. You can throw the torque app on here. So with the torque app, you can monitor pretty much all my gauges I have here. AFRs, volts, pretty much anything that your ECU reads, you can get up on this dash. I don't have the OBD2 plugin. You need the OBD2 plugin, the Bluetooth, and it Bluetooths over to here. So it's a pretty sick setup. You can go in here like I just did, change the wallpapers. Yeah, there's so much you can do on here. All this good stuff. In my FRS, I have my TPMS sensors live on the screen. That is pretty sick. Honestly, guys, it's endless. I love these radios. It's always one of the first things I do on any car I get, as you guys have seen over the last few years. I think they're absolutely sick. They add a lot to the interior of the car. If you guys want to pick one of these up, they'll be linked down in the description box below. So I would recommend copping one. So I'll throw this down below, the radio, and I'll throw the dash kit I used. Oh, hey, we got one more thing to do. We got to put those little stickers on for our climate control. Let's throw those on real quick. All right, guys, that looks a little better. So sick. Officially done. 100% ready to go. I'll have everything I just used linked down in the description box below. The only weird wiring thing I had to do is connect the ground wire from the radio to just something metal on the car, because there's no ground wire on the car harness itself. Really weird situation, but pretty easy to overcome. So I like it. I know some of you probably aren't gonna like it. Oh, it's a rally car, it doesn't need a 10-inch radio in it. I think it's sick. As you can see, tilts down, you throw your disc in there, tilt it back up. Freaking, you can literally go on the internet, watch YouTube videos, or you can go on Netflix, you can do anything. So freaking dope. Go pick one up, guys. I'd highly recommend it. Yo guys, that is gonna be it for this install video. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. If you have any questions whatsoever, drop them down in the comment section below. Like I said, I know I already said it plenty of times, this exact radio, linked down below. The dash kit, install kit, linked down below as well. I'll throw the kit down below that included those climate control stickers. There's 2 kits available. One has the stickers, one doesn't. I would recommend getting the set with the stickers because it looks kind of trashy if you don't have them on. Radio fits very well, sounds amazing, everything's working as it should. A GPS is very handy to have. The Bluetooth sounds absolutely incredible. And last but not least, it looks absolutely amazing in the car. At least I think so. It really adds a modern feel to this car. It's a pretty old car. It's the 03 Evo 8, so having a nice big touchscreen radio in here really freshens up the whip. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video.